YouTube, it is Samantha, also known as Miss McLaughlin, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are just tuning into my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and also turn on your post notifications so that you are notified once I post a video. If you do like this video, don't forget to comment down below in the comment section so that I know what you guys think. So today I'll be doing this easy breezy fall makeup look, and I'll also be featuring a few products from my own brand. Yes, I have launched my own brand, which I'm so proud of. It is called McLaughlin, and you can also follow my brand on Instagram and Twitter at Shop McLaughlin. So if you're interested in seeing how I achieved this look, keep on watching.
Okay, so I usually start prepping my face off camera and then I go on camera to do my makeup, and my face has been looking really crazy, guys, for this year. Anyways, let's just forget about how my face is looking and let's get into the tutorial. I'm going to start off using my Sacha Buttercup powder, and that is just to set my base before I apply my foundation. I learned this trick from Drea on Instagram. Her Instagram is Miss Bainty Vega, and I've also started seeing my fave Style by J Marie use this method, and her face is thebomb.com. Okay, so next we're gonna apply foundation, and I'm using my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and I'm in the shade Nutmeg, and I usually apply this with my beauty blender. Well, this is not a beauty blender, it's just a makeup sponge that I got from Forever 21, but whatever, if you have a beauty blender, you can use that as well. Any soft sponge works. Just make sure that you do damp it before you use it to apply your makeup. And also the key here is to make sure that your foundation is really blended out. You don't want to have your makeup looking cakey, so blending is key. So after I apply my foundation, I'm going to use my NYX HD No Filter powder, and I'm just using that to set my foundation. This just also adds a little bit more of a flawlessness to it and give it more of a airbrush finish. Next, we're gonna get into eyebrows. This is the hardest and longest step for me. I usually do my eyebrows off camera, but I decided to just show you guys how I do them on camera now. So let's see. First, I am going to use a spoolie to just brush out my brows, make sure everything is in line, and then I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills dipbrow pomade. This is in the shade Chocolate that I'm using. And first I use that to line my brows. And when you're lining your brows, guys, just make sure that you follow the natural outline of your eyebrows. Don't have your eyebrows looking crazy. I hate to see that. And to each his own, but I'm just letting you know what looks natural. You have a natural shaped eyebrow, so just follow the lining of that. Also, if you don't have a definite outline, yes, you can make an outline, but don't make it too crazy. After lining my brows, I usually use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer to just clean it up, make it a little bit more defined, and just to add a little bit of perfection to it. I forgot the shade that I'm using, but I'll list the product details in the description bar so you can check that out for more information on all the products that I'm using in this video. After applying my concealer to clean up my brows, I usually go back in with my spoolie to just blend out or to make sure all the hair and my dipbrow product is all blended. Again, I am big on blending and making sure that everything is seamless and everything just goes together and you know, I don't want to look crazy, so I make sure that all of that is done. And if you're wondering why there's concealer on my eyelid, I just put it there so that I can prepare myself for when I'm applying my eyeshadow. I use my concealer as a base for my eyeshadow because in this video I did not have my eyeshadow base. I'm also using the NYX Control Freak brow setting gel to set my brows. Now I'm just blending out the concealer with a eyeshadow fluffy brush. You can use any fluffy brush. I believe this brush is from the beauty supply store, but you can use any fluffy brush to blend out your concealer and just to set it as a base for your next step. I also use that same brush along with my Sacha Buttercup powder to set that base for my eyeshadow. And the reason why you want to set your base is to make sure that your eyeshadow sits flawlessly on your eyes. There's no crack or creaks that you're seeing. You want to give your eyeshadow a flawless base. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using my Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. This is like my favorite palette right now that I'm using. It has a lot of fall colors and neutral tone colors that I absolutely love. I'm not really like a colorful person when it comes to my eyeshadow, so I like to go very neutral, very like simple colors, and this palette works perfect for that. So from the palette, I'm using the shade Buns as my transition color, and I'm just applying that all over my lid just to make sure that I have a nice base for my next shade. So after using the shade Buns, I'm going to use the shade Mocha, and I'm going to use that directly onto my eyelid, just directly where your crease line would be, below your crease line. I don't have a crease line, so as you can see from the video, I'm just keep making sure that it keeps directly onto my eyeball lid. Then after that, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. liquid liner to just line my eyes before I apply my lashes. Then after that, I'm just applying some mascara to just make sure that before I apply my lashes, that the lashes are blended with my own eyelashes, because I hate to see that separation between lashes when people don't apply mascara. For lashes, I'm wearing Natosh Renee lashes in Trinidad. These lashes are so beautiful, like I love them. The brand is also a Toronto brand. Shout out to her and the launch of her company, and she's doing amazing things. Make sure that you guys check her out. Now for my favorite part, I'm doing my concealer, and I'm using the same Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I think the shade is Cafe, but I will list it again in the description box. So I'm just applying that directly under my eye, and this I use as my transition concealer. I use two concealers, but you'll see in the next clip how I apply that. And I use a wet makeup sponge to blend out my concealer. You always want to make sure that you use a wet sponge, because it just gives it a more flawless finish when you're blending out your concealer. And again, I do blend out my concealer really well with the makeup sponge. You can also use a brush, but a sponge works best for me. And again, these methods are what I use. You can use your own methods, but I'm just showing you guys what I use to apply my makeup and how I do my makeup.
So after that's blended, I go in again with a lighter concealer. It's about 1 or 2 shades lighter than my own skin tone, and I put that directly under my eye just to brighten it a little bit. I like when my under eye is like a little bit brighter, so that's why I use concealer that is 1 or 2 shades lighter than my own skin tone to make sure that it gets that effect that I'm looking for. And I'm using the same beauty blender. Again, it's not a beauty blender, I keep saying the beauty blender, it is a makeup sponge. So I use the same makeup sponge to blend that out, but instead of using the same part of that makeup sponge, I use the back portion to blend out that second concealer. And then I set my concealer with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and I use another makeup sponge to apply that under my eye to set my concealer. After that, I use my MAC powder blush in the shade Blunt. It is matte. I use that for my contour. Yes, it's a little bit ghetto, but I love this powder and how much it just gives my face a little bit more of warmth to it, and it's just smooth and it works well for my contour. So that's what I use for my contour when I'm just feeling lazy and I don't want to just stress myself out over contour. I also use the Maybelline City Bronzer, and this bronzer, I love it so much because it just gives my face all that warmth, that beautiful bronzy look. I just love it. I also use the same Maybelline bronzer to contour my nose just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Again, I don't like to see people's nose looking like they can't breathe. So everything for me is always light and natural. I don't like craziness. And here I'm just adding some definition to my jawline using the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. So I just use that to just like clean up the jawline for my contour that I did earlier, just to give it a little bit more of definition to my face. And I also use that same brush to just clean up under my eye again, just in case there's any fallout from any product that I was using. I just like to clean everything up, and I use the powder, again, the Sacha Buttercup powder, on that brush to just clean up everything. Now we're gonna be using the McLaughlin Glow Me blush. You guys have to check it out, get it, make sure that you shop McLaughlin. All the links will be in the description bar. This blush is pink. It has a pink undertone to it, and it also has shimmer. So I like to use this because I don't necessarily need to use highlighter when I use this blush. It's so beautiful. It glides on so smooth, and it just keeps my cheeks looking just bomb. Like, look at that glow. Like, look at it. You don't need highlighter, but you can always apply your highlighter if you do feel like, you know what, you want to add a little bit something extra. But my girl, you don't. Like, this product is bomb and I love it so much. And because it has all that shimmer in there, the places where I normally apply highlighter, I use that same blush to apply it in those areas where I normally apply my highlighter, because I'm not going to be wearing any highlighter. I'm just going to be wearing the blush because it gives me both. Look at that finish. Let's get into it, Look at that smoothness. It's so pretty. I also applied it to my nose, so all the areas that you normally apply your highlighter, I use that blush for those places. Next, we're going to be doing our lips, and we're going to be using the McLaughlin Velvet Liquid Lipstick. Guys, this shade is called Scandal. Somebody get Olivia Pope on the line, because
This shade is so bomb. It is life. Like, gonna need to be handled when you wear the shade. Like, no lip liner is required. You can wear it alone. You can use it to line your lips, and you will still get that definition that you're looking for, that you would get with a lip liner. It is not required with this lipstick because it gives you both lip color, definition, and badassness. Like, get this lipstick. You need it in your life. What I also love about this lipstick is that it dries matte. There is no coming off, there's no smudging. You can wear it up to 24 hours. It is just an all-in-one lipstick that every girl needs in their purse every day. It's perfect for fall, and especially this shade, it's so amazing. Guys, don't take my word for it. Just go to my website and cop one right now. And to complete the look, we're going to be applying some loose powder. This is by Covergirl, just to give our face a complete airbrush finish. And this just makes everything tie in together and just complete the whole look. Then for setting spray, we're just going to be applying the Hard Candy Brighten setting spray. And then we're just going to make sure that we do our bottom lashes by applying some mascara. So this is a final look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for tuning in, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so that when I post videos, you are updated first. Also, like this video, comment down below, let me know what you guys think, and if you guys want to see more videos like these. Don't forget to also follow my business page, which is at Shop McLaughlin on Instagram as well as on Twitter.